Good morning, guys. I'm going to the doctor. Well, I'm in the doctor. I have a gyno appointment. I have to get a pap smear every 6 months because there's something wrong with me. So instead of every year, I come every 6 months. And I'm crabby. I'm probably gonna be in a mood for like the next week because there's like a situation right now that is kind of stressful. So whatever. But it's Thursday morning. Let me go get this appointment done. Alright guys, it's like 1 something right now. I just left the doctor's. I'm sitting in the car. I gotta drive home and then pick up Noel in a few. My aunt is home right now. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do my makeup before I pick him up. There's an event later, which I really don't feel like going to because I'm in a mood, but whatever. I have to come back. Well, I have to come back at the end of July because I'm going to be in Florida, so I had to push it back until after Florida. But I have to come back for results. But she said that 99% that it should be okay this time. I got a pap today that it should come out fine, that young women have like this uncanny ability of healing themselves, and to come back anyway just to check. But this is something that I've been dealing with for a few years that I really don't talk about at all. I don't think anybody knows until now. Maybe like my mom. That's probably about it. And Junior. But there was a point, like maybe 2 or 3 years, like 3 years ago, I want to say, where it was really bad. And they thought like I had cancer, or I was really close to having cancer, and I was not going to be able to have any more children. And I was going to have a procedure that would not allow me to have any more children. It was either have the procedure or get cancer and still not be able to have any children. It was just a lot of shit. And at that time, it was just a lot of stress with my mom, a lot of stress with Junior. And I pretty much said, fuck you to everybody. That's when I really, like, completely cut off shit with Junior. And I'm like, I can't live like this anymore. This is not the way, a thing should be, a relationship or whatever. And I stopped feeding into my mom's mood swings, and I just started keeping a level head. I signed up for the gym. That's when I used to go to Planet Fitness. I started cooking mad healthy. I didn't let anybody stress me out. I just kind of brushed it off. My mom too, like, got a lot better because, like, my health was at risk and whatever. And then the next pap I took came out completely normal. And I didn't believe that it was my results. Because it was so bad, the one before it, that they wanted me to, like, take the next steps. And I said, no, I'm not going to. Like, I'm going to just change my lifestyle. I'm not going to. And I was able to, like, get it under control, and it was completely normal. And I started crying in the doctor's office and then crying in the car with my mom. But then, like, it's just something that comes and goes, and sometimes it goes up and sometimes it goes down, and I gotta stop, like, playing around with my health. I gotta stop being so stressed for nothing. So my goal in life at this point in my life is to control my emotion. Just to not stress things. Like, don't stress things that are out of your control. Like I said in my speech for at my event, which I will see if I have the footage so I could upload to my other channel. So yeah, that's like something I'm always struggling with and working on, and it's gotten a lot better, and I'm a lot, especially lately in like the last month or so, I'm a lot more peaceful and I'm a lot happier. And I think some of that I have to attribute to somebody, but I guess it's partially that person's fault that I'm a lot happier, but I'm just a lot more at peace. Like, I don't see the need to stress things or fight or argue anymore. So there's that. So I gotta come back after Florida and just get the results, but she was like 99% she's sure that it'll be okay this time. And then, okay, this might be TMI, but this makes me feel a little bit weird and a little bit uncomfortable. Every time I see my gyno and every time I get a pap smear, she always has to make a comment about how tiny and tight I am. And I mean, this is totally TMI right now, I know, guys, but there is no lack of TMI on my channel. So I'm just kind of looking at her like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm like, I kind of smile. I'm like, thank you. Like, what are you supposed to say to that? Your gyno tells you that your freaking pussy is tight. I'm like, okay. And then in my head, I'm just like, bro, like, I guess that's a compliment because I had a kid and I delivered him naturally and shit. And he came out big. Like, Noel was like 8 pounds, 1 ounce, and he was 20 inches. So this creature was huge coming out of my body. And apparently, I don't know, my doctors did a good job, or like my body is working in my favor because my shit's tight according to my doctor. And I mean, she sees like God knows how many of hundreds of freaking vages a week. So that is so sick. Oh God, I feel so. How would you guys feel if your freaking doctor told you this every time you go to see her? And like I said, I go every 6 months because of this problem with whatever. Yeah, so how the hell would you guys feel? I always feel so awkward, and I'm just like, can you stop telling me that? Like, thanks for telling me, because, you know, I'm keeping tabs on the tightness of my business, but I don't know, it's so weird. Oh God, it's extremely weird, and I felt mortified every single time. I feel mortified. This conversation, I'm just, all right, next topic. In other news, I am freaking 138 pounds. This is the heaviest I've been besides when I was pregnant. Like, in my entire adult life, this is the heaviest that I've been. So I'm really freaking out right now because 138 is a lot. It's hot in here. Oh my God, a bird shit on my window. Yeah, 138 is a lot, and usually when my aunts come, whichever one of them comes, the summer I gain weight because we're always out eating and like we're always munching on stuff and like we're in family and we're just eating like cows. So it's like this time I really can't because I'm already heavy and I need to get back to like my comfortable weight like ASAP, because this is not, I'm really heavy right now. This is not cute. So I need to do that. 138. I gotta lose more than 10 pounds because 128. I mean, if I lose 10 pounds, that's all right. But I'm always like 125 to 130. I'll be happy. On the lower side, like 125, 126. I'll be happy. I'm still not used to these bigger lips. I'm not really crazy about them. I'm ready for them to start going away already. Well, like, it's still hard in parts, so maybe when that softens it'll look smaller. I won't be doing them again. I did them just like, I did it once before, but I didn't really go that big. And then I don't know, I just always wanted to have big juicy lips because I see all those pictures on Instagram of lipstick swatches and my swatches never look like that. So let's see in like the next 2 weeks when they finish settling how my lipstick swatches look, and then I'll decide if I'm feeling them or not. But regardless, I don't think I'm gonna do it again. But I hope they end up perfect so I can at least enjoy having the big lips I always wanted for a couple months. What else? There's something else I had to tell you guys. Oh my gosh, alright, so the apartment, I'm still waiting for Noel's godfather to send me the measurements of the room, because the room was pretty big, but I really don't want to share a room with my child because he's 6 years old and he's a boy, and I think we both need our own space. How long am I gonna sleep in the same bed with my male son? Like, I'm not gonna front, guys, I slept in the same bed with my mom until I was 21 years old. And the only reason we stopped sleeping together at 21 or 22 is because she started sleeping on the couch at that point, and I just stayed in her bed. But I'm a girl, so it's a little different. But to share a room with my male son for the rest of my life, plus I'm single. I mean, my mom was a widow, so she never even went on a date after my dad. So if I was like married, then that would be, you know, I'm not gonna share a room with my son, where's my husband sleeping. But I'm single and I would like to like have a man one day, so there's also that factor of it, that I don't want to be sharing a room with my kid. And then there's also the fact, is there another fact? I thought there was another fact. I don't know. Well, he's a boy, and that's, I don't know, like, when does that get inappropriate? Like, bro, I sleep in a t-shirt and underwear. I don't want you, like, cuddling up on my butt. Like, we cuddle now, but he's little still. He's getting bigger. I don't know. So I wanted 2 bedrooms for that reason, but 2 bedrooms by myself is a lot of money. Oh, it depends on the area, but it could be anywhere from, like, $1,600 to, like, $2,400 or $2,200 for a 2-bedroom. So this is a 1-bedroom. It's $1,300. I think $1,300, he said. And I'm waiting for him to send me the measurements so I can, like, measure my furniture and see if me, Noelle, my YouTube stuff and everything is gonna fit in there. It's a 3rd floor walk up, which kind of sucks. The school in the area is possibly gonna be the deciding factor of me not getting the apartment. And the lighting, like the natural lighting, kind of sucks for filming, which I could, use lights and stuff, but that's just something I noticed, that it's kind of sucky for filming. But the nearby school is a Montessori school, which is awesome, the fact that it's a Montessori school, but it's combined, like, elementary, middle school, and high school, and I don't want my 6-year-old in the same building as high school kids, and they, like, chunk together 3 grades at a time. So somebody was saying, like, my 8-year-old was in a class with 12-year-olds, and, like, that age group, just kids grow up so fast as it is. I really don't feel comfortable with that at all. So I have to look more into it. On greatschools.com, that website, it got ranked, like, 4 out of 10. So I was like, I really love the school that Noelle is in now. It's an amazing school. I love the programs, the activities, the parental involvement, the support, how much he's learned this year. I'm really happy. The next year teachers that I met, I really liked all of them, so I'm pretty much happy with whichever one he gets. So it's hard because, I can't just move just because I feel like moving anywhere I want to go. So that's one factor I'm thinking about, but he needs a decision by the weekend, so I gotta think about that. I also told my mom about the apartment and everything, and my brother, because technically the house is mine and my brother's. It's not even my mom's house, it's our house. So basically my mom lives with me in a way, if you want to be technical about it. And my brother is fed up with that. My brother's a dick. So he's fed up with the house. He wants nothing to do with it. If it was up to him, he would just, like, leave us in the street. He's like, you guys deal with it, I'm done. So me and him, well, I think he only puts in does he put in a little? I don't know. But we pay the mortgage together. So now he wants me to put more towards the mortgage because he had some kind of deal, and I guess the deal is over, and now interest change, I don't know, something happened and he has to pay more every month to the mortgage, so he wants me to put more in as well. So it's still it's like a $500, so it's way less than a rent would be, and I'm paying towards a house property that's basically mine. But if I move, I'm gonna have to find a way to pay my rent and still pay my portion of the mortgage, which I was gonna be a real bitch, and I was like, no, I'm leaving, that's it, it's not my problem, I'm not gonna pay for it, blah blah blah. But who's gonna pay for it? And my brother is really an asshole. Like, he will not care, and he'll just stop making the payments, let the bank take the house, and my mom will figure it out. He's like, go to Florida, go live with your other son in Florida. I mean, she's not gonna live with my other brother because he has a new wife and 2 new kids, so, like, my mother would never. But basically she's gonna be, like, stranded. So I don't know, it's like a lot of stuff to think about, and I feel like, as crazy as that bitch is, she's gonna be 70 years old, you know what I mean? So it's not like she's a young flower. It's kind of like regardless of her attitude, it's almost my time to start taking care of her. Like, she's on grandma status because my mom is really old. She had me very old. And then she doesn't have, like, she never even went on a date after my dad died, so it's just her. So I'm like the last of the Mohegans. Like, I'm the last one stuck with her, you know what I mean? My brothers are definitely not gonna man up and do anything. So that's another thing that I'm thinking about right now, but I'm just waiting on measurements from this guy to see if our stuff will fit, and then I'm gonna do some more research today and tomorrow about that school and if there's any other schools kind of close by. I mean, a lot of the Yonkers public schools suck balls and they're really bad. So the Montessori school might be the best bet, violence wise, or like, yeah, but educationally it's not that good. It's like I'm trying to do what's best for everybody, because, you know, what's best for me is just to get the fuck out of my house anywhere I can go. But it's not just me, it's my child. It's leaving my mother stranded. And yeah, I know you guys hate my mother, but at the end of the day, yeah, I can't stand her, but she's still my fucking mother. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. Like, the bitch made me, you know what I mean? So regardless of how psychotic she is, I literally owe her my life. So I gotta think about my mother, I gotta think about my son, and I gotta try to find something that can make everybody happy. Then I really would love to move back to Williamsburg because I grew up over there. And if worse comes to worse, it's like 10-15 minute drive, so I can just still use my mom's address and send Noel to the same school, or I could send him to the school that I went to, but I don't know how that school is now. I gotta check. But Williamsburg is really expensive for one person to pay for everything alone. So I don't know, I gotta these are just all things that I'm thinking about and considering. But at least I started to look. I went to look at the apartment, so I feel like it's a step in the right direction, and we'll see what happens from here. My goal was to move out this summer, so let's see. Well, July is shot because I'm gonna be gone for like half of July, but let's see what happens for August. If I could find something, maybe I could find something like right around where I am now, because there was a couple of months ago an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment. It was like $1,400, which is super cheap, literally around the corner from my house, literally around the corner. So I really wanted it, but at the time I wasn't making enough money and I didn't have any savings because this was a few months ago. So that apartment went in like a week, and it had amazing lighting, so whatever. I was tight, but maybe something like that will pop up again, and then I could do that. Because 14 and then 5 for the mortgage is 19. And then I have to change my car in August, so I'm gonna start looking. I gotta hit up my friend to come with me to the dealership where he just got his car and talk to them and like get an estimate of prices for the next car that I want. And hopefully it'll be less than what I'm paying now, and then that'll be cool too. So all things to figure out. Alright, I don't know, I'm just being silly now. That's my little rant for the day. You guys are getting a long vlog today. It's been a while. I'm in a mood. The weather is reflecting my mood right now. Alright guys, I'll see you. Oh, I'll probably vlog at the event later, so bye guys. Hey guys!